Hello everyone, it's a bit late this week and it's all because of corrupt. No, it's just been really busy these past few days, but anyway, here we are in Week in Geek, where we review the past several days and share with you the news bits that you might find a bit more interesting. So, the long-awaited remake of FF7 came out more than a week ago, and you might be surprised to hear how it sold. According to the Facebook post their official page recently made, they had very well sold over 1 million copies for each of their first 3 days. That's all of their sales for digital and physical combined. Impressive is probably an understatement with that kind of volume, even without the consideration of much of the world being put under quarantine. Having a success in such numbers not only in sales but also in review scores goes to show that the many years of Square Enix spent developing this remake did not go unnoticed and has certainly not gone unrewarded. Some of you may be asking what I think about the game myself, and well, don't worry, it's coming. I've already actually finished the game. I just had to clear out a bunch of other work before I can get to it, and one of them is finishing voiceovers. Back then when I reviewed Jump Force, I mentioned that I actually had a hard time identifying what kind of game it was really trying to be. However, it certainly looked flashy enough. And recently, I found out it's getting a Switch port. What? Why? Are the questions that went through my head. Considering how I found the game, you'd think that it may not have really performed that well in the market. However, the opposite happened with the power of good marketing, strong IP, and probably really pretty graphics. Jump Force was second place in sales when it was released compared to Anthem, which was first, so maybe that was part of it. And it was also the top 4 selling games for Bandai Namco that year. If you think about it numbers-wise and how the IPs and the concerned demographic of the Switch users seem to have a genuine overlap, the shift makes sense, just that I don't agree with it. In fact, I'm not alone on this. One of our other writers set up an argument as to why Bandai Namco's other big fighting game, Tekken 7, should definitely make it on the Switch, and there's no excuses as to why. He goes down even to the tech specifications and brings up other examples as to how Tekken 7 should be able to be ported to the Switch. It's pretty glorious, it's also a rant at the same time, so if you're interested, do check it out on our site. Netflix is certainly playing with fire not once, but twice with the same IP. They've been working on a live-action version of Cowboy Bebop, which is pretty wild already considering how much of a cornerstone of anime that series is. Unfortunately, the guy playing Spike, John Cho, ended up with a knee injury while taping the series, delaying the production by many months. Now that they're slated to resume production, it's pretty surprising that they've already made plans for a second season despite the first one not even being finished yet. I myself am pretty worried about this since we don't have so much as a trailer or clips of what they've done so far. All we've gotten our hands on are a few interviews where the cast says they have seen some of the series, and I got the idea that how they understand the series might be slightly off from how fans do. Though, if anything, we can take comfort in the idea that the original director of the anime, Shinichiro Watanabe, is serving as a consultant for the production, and Netflix has even mobilized Yoko Kanno to help with the music. Also, Ein is actually a Welsh corgi. That's one good sign. But considering the track record of Netflix for these adaptations, I'm a little nervous. Please do prove us wrong. And now, a short segment as to why we can't have nice things. Call of Duty's entry to the Battle Royale format, Call of Duty Warzone, has been a huge success so far, having its multiplayer numbers bolstered by crossplay. But sometimes reality has a way of being really rough with you, and for players of this game, it's the amount of cheaters you get when you have PC players on your server. This has always been sort of a trade-off you get when playing on PC. You normally get to buy digital at a lower price. If you so choose, you can also mod your game to your liking. But you also get a high chance of dealing with cheaters on your multiplayer games. This has always been a consistent problem, particularly with the FPS genre. Console players have dealt with the problem by walling off the PC players through disabling crossplay. Hopefully, developers will find a way to fix the issue in the near future without having to install a rootkit or anything as dangerous. Unfortunately, this also means they probably will never get Monster Hunter World crossplay, ever. My heart bleeds. I have so many friends on the PC version, you know? While gamers may be known to hold up and play games all day in the world being the state it is right now, some are doing just that to help those who are struggling with the pandemic. The speedrunning charity organization Games Done Quick just finished hosting their latest event, Corona Relief Done Quick, where they feature several speedrunners playing a vast array of titles. The donations they received during their presentation is then forwarded to Corona relief efforts. These included people finishing Pokemon Sword within 4 hours, Cuphead in 30 minutes, Metroid in a bit more than an hour, and more. The event concluded having raised more than 400,000 USD, which was then donated to Direct Relief, who is having a drive right now to provide personal protective equipment to frontliners and first responders across America. They are also collaborating with larger organizations to share data and have a more targeted response to affected areas. I salute GDQ's efforts and urge them to play on. And with that, you are all caught up. Thank you for watching or listening in. If you like our content, we'd invite you to subscribe to our channel. We also do smaller updates on our Instagram and Facebook pages. For our bigger releases, well, you'll find them on RaymondRufals.com. Okay, so I still got a lot to do, so I'll be cutting this short. See you again next time and stay safe.